Hello, my name is Tilman, and along with Evan, we will be discussing all the research that we did concerning music publishers. So let's begin. What are they? Music publishers are a facet of the music industry that aims to get an artist's music into use beyond performance. The biggest part of these publishing companies, at the very least, the ones we researched, appears to be synchronization, which is the process of adding music to video media such as television, advertisement, and film. As well, publishers collect revenue for artists. A very notable example of synchronization type publishing being used is the song Are You Gonna Be My Girl by Jet, which was placed in an ad that Apple used, and this brought the band a lot of notoriety and fame. What can publishers accomplish for musicians? Publishing companies can do a number of things, such as collecting royalties owed to musicians, placing music inside of media that would fit the music and media that would give the performers and songwriters reach, and giving artists access to studio tools. Publishers aim to increase the reach of music and to diversify its usage. It is of note that music publishers and record labels are not tied together. There has been a shift recently towards getting in contact with music publishers before getting signed to record labels. Music publishers are more valuable to musicians and have an actual place inside of the business of musicians that are independently produced and released, whereas record labels do not. Some examples of big music publishers. The three biggest music publishers in the world are the Sony/ATV Publishing Group, the Universal Music Publishing Group, and Warner Chappell Music. In 2019, these publishing groups accounted for about 20% of their parent company's music-related revenue. A case study of a person that has been very active and notable inside of the publishing industry for quite a while is Kim Frankovich. Who is she? She is an active leader in the music industry, and specifically in the publishing industry. She is currently leading the A&R team of Concord Music. She became involved in music publishing when she was working with the MMA management company of Chris Murphy, the manager of the band INXS. This was happening in the 90s when INXS was quite huge. Murphy offered her the chance to run a small publishing company that he was operating, and she hesitantly accepted. This turned into a career for her. She very much believes in quality over quantity and is extremely dedicated to pushing forwards and always increasing the scope of her work. As advice for new musicians, she believes that believing in what you're doing and being passionate about it is one of the most important things that you can do. As well, she gives the advice that people should never be afraid to ask questions, as you never know everything, and there's always something that you will gain from asking questions. From here on out, Evan will be taking the reins.
Warner Chappell Music. Next. Who are Warner Chappell Music? They are a publishing company that services the publishing needs of the Warner Music Broadcast Group. They have offices in over 40 countries and a catalog consisting of around 1 million copyrighted materials, made by 65,000 different artists. With artists such as Green Day, Beyonce, Kendrick Lamar, Led Zeppelin, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and more under their umbrella, they are the third largest publishing company in the world. Next. What services do they provide? Warner Chappell Music provides their artists with synchronization services. As well, they aim to get the music of songwriters into the hands of performers that have reach. They collect revenue on behalf of their artists and ensure that artists are paid for the usage of their work. Next. How do you get your music heard by them? As a publisher for a music group, a lot of the music they provide is tied to the labels that are under the Warner Music Group umbrella. Warner Chappell is adamant about not accepting unsolicited demos and they choose to approach artists to license music. Next, Sony ATV Music Publishing. Next, what do they do? As one of the leaders in North American publishing, Sony ATV controls the largest catalog of material in the world. At over 4.53 million songs with artists such as the Beatles, Michael Jackson, the Motown label, and the entire collection of artists with EMI Publishing in the UK. They pride themselves in their digital representation of their artists. By pushing for more accurate streaming revenue, they get the most out of services like Spotify and Apple Music. Next, Sony ATV Production Music. Production music is a large focus of the subsidiaries of Sony ATV. They control two of the leaders in the production music industry, with some of the most influential composers in the field and some of the largest catalogs of production music. Extreme Music production company with a notable talented list of artists such as Hans Zimmer, Quincy Jones, Sir George Martin, Timbaland, and Snoop Dogg. EMI Production Music are the owners of the largest production music library in the world, KPM Music. Next, how do you get your music heard by ATV Sony? As the publishing division of Sony Entertainment, many of the artists are signed with associated record labels. Columbia Records and Epic Records are two of the principal Sony labels. The administrative teams at Sony ATV generally pursue well-established artists or notably promising artists with strong social media presence. Next, some changes to the music industry. With the rise of streaming and the song and the desire for songwriters to assist artists in strengthening product, publishers are separate entities from labels. They're responsible for different things and are heavily involved with creating a monetary and attention-grabbing stream for artists. So artists in recent years have been dealing with them before they deal with record labels. Publishers tend to aim for artists they want to commit to, as creating a system with longevity is better for business and stability. Generally, they try and develop current artists.
That's about it from us. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a good day.